Realme is one of the most prolific companies in India when it comes to launching mobile phones. We've already got a bunch of mid-range models in the market right now from this company, but it's already time for the brand new Realme 6 to make an appearance. This model replaces the Realme 5 and is the first in the new Realme 6 series. We've got a unit with us today and we're going to unbox it and get our first look at it right now. Before we get started though, please do remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you know whenever we post a new video. So this is the box that the Realme 6 comes in, and of course the first thing that we see is this bright yellow color that the brand has adopted as its signature. We've just got one big 6 over here and a little bit of advertising for an award that the company has won. We've got the name of the product on the sides, couple of highlights on the back to tell you about the main features. So the front camera is embedded in a punch hole in the display and it has a 90 Hz refresh rate. There's a 30 watt charger included in the box and the battery capacity is 4300 mAh. We've got a MediaTek Helio G90T SoC and 4 cameras on the back, one of which is a 64 megapixel primary shooter. Not much else to see. If you look at this fine text over here, you'll see the color of the unit is Comet Blue. So let's cut through this plastic and open the box for the first time. So right on the top, we have a nice, pleasant little message saying, "Hey, welcome to Realme family." Inside this paper compartment is the SIM eject pin, a slightly smoky clear plastic case, a few paper pamphlets, and beneath that is the phone itself in another protective layer of plastic. So this is the Comet Blue version, and what's distinctive about this is the pattern on the rear, which looks like it converges to a point right at the bottom. So as you move this phone around, you'll see those lines shift, but the pattern itself is deliberate. We'll put this aside for the moment. Look at the rest of the box contents. So this is the cable that is in the box. It's got the yellow Realme highlight. And what's interesting is that this is a USB Type-C cable, which means that Realme has finally moved to Type-C with its numbered series phones. So that's that. And then we have the very familiar looking 30 watt VOOC charger. And that appears to be it. This is everything that you get inside the box. There isn't a lot, but it should cover all the basics. So here's the Realme 6 itself. Let's turn it on. And while it's booting up, let's have a look at the design. So what we have is a power button on the right with an embedded fingerprint sensor. Now this is also a first for Realme's budget series, and we'll have to see how comfortable that is. On the rear, we have the 4 cameras, one of which is a 64 megapixel primary shooter, and then in addition to that we have an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. On the left we have the volume buttons, and here's the tray which we will pop out right now. And as expected, there are individual slots for 2 nano SIMs and a micro SD card. On the bottom of the phone we have a headphone socket, the USB Type-C port, which we're very happy to see, and a single speaker. The top of the phone is blank as expected. So let's just quickly run through the setup process. So the Realme 6 has just booted up for the first time and we get to play around with it now. Let's talk about the display first. What we have is a 6.5-inch full HD Plus display with a 90 Hz refresh rate, but the company tells us that while the screen refresh rate is 90 Hz, it recognizes touch input at 120 Hz, which should be interesting to those who are looking for a very responsive phone for gaming. The screen also has Gorilla Glass 3 for protection, and the back of the unit is made out of polycarbonate. So we have a screen protector that's pre-applied, and of course the front camera, which isn't very visible right now, but there you have it. That makes it look more distinct. This is a 16 megapixel front camera. The Realme 6 is running Realme's own custom skin called Realme UI, and that is on top of Android 10, which you get right out of the box. So the Realme 6 is based on the MediaTek G90T processor, which should mean that performance will be quite good for the price segment. It will be available in 3 variants, one with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, one with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, and finally the top-end one with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. One interesting detail is that the company has used LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.1 storage. We have a 4300 mAh battery, which might not seem like a lot, but the company does include a 30-watt Whoop charger in the box. So that was our first look and quick overview of the brand new Realme 6. Do let us know what you think of this phone in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and as always, for more videos like this, do visit us at gadgets360.com.